Hey everyone, this is Take Shot Action. Something amazing has happened in the realm of science that I thought very much deserved to be talked about or ranted about. Nigerian student Shibuhem Amalaha found out that science proves gay marriage is wrong. Science proved that gay marriage was wrong. Well, this just completely must be something important. Like, if science, something as, accurate and as amazing as science, science has given us so many breakthroughs. Let's find out about this experiment. A student in Nigeria is claiming he proved gay marriage is wrong through science, and his scientific breakthrough is backed by his university. I'm not going to say his name again, who has won awards in this country for reporting on energy science and featured on various national television stations, says he used a magnet experiment to prove homosexuality is improper. So you can use magnets now to prove that homosexuality is improper. Who ever thought that the answer to human biology and the human brain and homosexuality and in the animal kingdom could be proven with magnets? This is incredible. I never thought that. This must be a very complex experiment. Amalaha, that's his name, Amalaha, says his groundbreaking experiments show the north and south poles of two magnets are attracted to each other while the same poles repel each other. He concludes, this means that a man cannot attract another man because they are the same, and a woman should not attract another woman because they are the same. That is how I used physics to prove that gay marriage is wrong. Where do I fucking get started with this? So this person, he's been on television. He's been awarded many prizes. It also says here that he's been told that he could win a Nobel Prize for this. He's totally going to get the Nobel Prize for saying that two magnets attract each other. So a North Pole magnet and a South Pole magnet will attract each other. But a North Pole magnet and a North Pole magnet won't attract each other. That means that gay marriage is wrong. That means, and I quote this again, like this is what's really like messed up about this, like in general. I just thought that this was pretty interesting. It says here, means that a man cannot attract another man because they are the same, and a woman should not attract a woman because they are the same. This is a little bit, he just kind of proved his own experiment sexist. This is so fucking dumb. And I should let you know that in Nigeria, you can get up to 14 years in prison for consensual homosexual sex. You can also, up in the northern regions, get stoned to death for homosexual sex. And this is their law. So obviously, the reason why this is the most stupid experiment like ever done probably in human history, the most stupid scientific hypothesis, testing, whatever, is because they're backing him up in this because, they want him to be able to prove that, I really wish I could be sometimes I think, being a scientist must be really hard. Well, if you live in Nigeria, you can be you don't even have to be a scientist to be a fucking scientific genius, clearly. If my test can conclude that his test is false, just off basic normal logic, I think I would make a much better scientist than this fucker. Like, seriously, what an absolute cunt. Like, I hate to be so fucking blunt because he's probably grown up with this mentality his whole life. But you know what? To anyone out there that's going to say that it's wrong for gay people to get married or it's wrong for gay people to be in love with each other, fuck you, okay? Because that is the most fucked up thing you could possibly say. If two people love each other, let them live their own life and let them have their own business. As long as they're not ruining the lives of other people around them, it really shouldn't be something that's bad. And if you're going to say it is ruining your life, well, that problem falls onto you and not them, because they are minding their own business, doing what they do. It has nothing to do with if you think that someone's ruining your life really because of their sexual orientation. You need to go fucking jump in a hole, hold your breath underwater inside the hole for a very long time, and you need to come out, and you need to chuck up all the water, and chuck out all the bullshit inside your head while you're throwing up this water. Then you need to climb out the hole, you need to look at the sky and realize that when you nearly drowned in that water hole, reality wasn't what you thought it was. Just as a scientific experiment, you know, this is a scientific experiment. I'll continue reading some of this article too. Okay. Amalaha's research has been commended by the University of Lagos, or Lagos, University of Lagos, where he is a postgraduate student and has been told by lecturers he will win Nobel Prize one day. What? Seriously? They think this guy's going to win a Nobel Prize for saying that certain magnets attract each other. Okay, I think that before you become a scientist, you need to understand the difference between a living organism and something that isn't a living organism, like for one. Because since when do magnets fall under the animal kingdom? He also made a point that it can't be right because lions, they can't be homosexuals. If he did any kind of research into this, he would find out that lions actually can be homosexual, and it is seen very much in the animal kingdom. Not so much with like many animals in particular, but mostly specific kinds of birds and some primates and a few other species, you know. Dogs, however, they apparently aren't homosexual, but they hump other male dogs for dominance. But it's not any kind of sexual sort of thing. Okay. And it's perfectly normal to be homosexual. This is like the worst thing, you know. I can't stand people like this. Whether or not it's like repressed against in his country, it doesn't really give him an excuse, because he's a scientist. I really am proud of science. I really am. But when something like this tries to get passed off as science, it's not science. This isn't science. This is you saying, okay, so me wearing this beanie because it goes on my head means that my ancestors evolved so that I could have a beanie on my head. You know, that was like the main aim of the shape of my head and the shape of the beanie. You know, that's the main aim of it. You know, every single other person's head in the world that doesn't wear a beanie, it doesn't matter, because they all evolved in the same way so that I could wear beanies. You know, and this just proves it, because it's on my head, because the beanie attracts to my head, and I always wear it when I'm doing a video. You know, that I just went like that in the air, and my ring just fell off my finger. Why am I wearing rings? Anyway, so this is just really dumb. Like I can't even express how stupid people are. And you can't say that he's uneducated because he's a scientist. Well, obviously you don't have to do very much to become a scientist in Nigeria at the University of Lagos or Lagos or whatever it is. You know, they probably built it out of Legos. If they're going to hire scientists that get magnets and shit, I can't imagine it being like a very good university. And this guy's, gonna get a Nobel Prize one day for his miraculous work. Oh. Okay. This also says, and now his works have earned him the respect of the world, in the world of science, the entire world of science, apparently. I'm sure this came straight from this university. South African gay lifestyle website member online slammed the interview, saying it was absurd. Well, I'm glad the rest of South Africa, really understand this, because otherwise, Nigeria is more up sort of northish, but I'm glad South Africa is sitting there going, this guy's fucking nuts, this guy's out of his mind, this is not a fucking scientific experiment, and this is fucking absurd. Because every single person watching this completely agrees with me. We're not that dumb that we think that because magnets don't attract. If you're really going to do an experiment to say that homosexuality is wrong, you have to look into humans, not magnets. And as it stands, homosexuality isn't wrong. We've proven that it isn't wrong. We've proven that it's normal. It is debatable as to whether the embarrassing article is more damning of the standard of education in the University of Lagos or the standard of journalism this day. Criticizes writer Louis de Barros. I'm not good with names, I really aren't. The uncritical and uninformed article is likely to add the ignorance and prejudice surrounding homosexuality in Nigeria. Nigeria's laws, blah, blah, blah. I was just saying about the laws about the 14 years and stoning, but... Well, I highly recommend to anyone that's living in Nigeria not to go and get education at the University of Lagos, and I highly recommend you go and get your education in a country that isn't oppressed to gay people and doesn't have these crazy fucking laws. Like, there are just some places in the world that just have these fucking crazy laws, like Nigeria, towards gay people. Dubai, you get raped in Dubai, you get sentenced to jail for extramarital sex. It's really dumb. The world needs changing, okay? And with people running around saying that homosexuality is wrong, you're not supporting world change. All you're doing is supporting bullshit. Because people have the right to do whatever they want to do. As far as that goes, as far as homosexuality goes, we've already established that it's normal. We've already established that it's okay. And because of people like this, they give the rest of the world, they give the rest of straight people a bad name. Because now straight people have to sit back and go, there are douches out there that oppress against you. It's kind of like how, a certain race of people 80 to 100 years on have to apologize for a war that happened between another race. It's like one of those things. Now everyone else who's assigned with that name, assigned with that specific stereotype of being straight, now has to go, we're sorry for the people like this, we are sorry for fucking people that run around and do this shit to you. I would love to see everyone in Nigeria go up and talk to someone in Western culture that is gay. I would love to see them go up and shake their hand. I would just love to see how they react to that. Because when it comes down to it, you're going to see every other straight person who isn't in a country that is oppressed to, gay people, most of the time will go up and just shake a gay person's hand. It doesn't matter to us. Sexual orientation doesn't matter to a lot of people. But there still are a lot of people out there that are very prejudiced towards this. Even some of the people that I know that really don't like gay sort of things or even the topic being brought up, they still have best friends that are gay. I have one of my best friends, he's bisexual. I don't care. That's up to him. It's not affecting me. Unless he starts he's not going to say, I want to suck your dick or something, He's just bisexual. To all you out there that, have a sexual orientation, whether it be straight, gay, bisexual, any kind of, those are just the main three. Bestiality, alright, maybe that's stretching it a bit. I don't necessarily agree with it. But there are countries where that's legal, but, don't just go up and destroy the fucking animal. And don't restrain the animal. Anyway, what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is. You can be gay, you can be straight, you can be bisexual. It's all well and good. And I think that the sooner people realize that it takes all kinds to make a world, this world will definitely become a better place. Because that's a message that I think everyone needs to get into their heads. That it will take all kinds to make a world, and that it's not a world without it. With all that said and out the way, take care everyone.